People believe that what's above the surface is what matters. The cities, the politics, the flags they wave, but those are the puppets, the storefront. The real kingdoms, those that pull the strings, reside below, far below. The forgotten agreement. Long ago, before temples crumbled, before pyramids were swallowed by vines, there were agreements made between the surface rulers of humanity and the subterranean kings. We have threads of this hidden history. In the Germanic legends, dwarf kings were not just craftsmen, they were custodians of law who demanded bloodline pledges in return for magical tools and hidden knowledge. In the Inner Asian scrolls, the king of Agartha was said to have granted dominion to chosen surface rulers, so long as gold flowed downward and secrecy was upheld. But the most detailed blueprint? That comes from the Hindu cosmology, an ancient map of the cosmos so precise that modern science hasn't even caught up. The multi-layered realms below, Patala in the underworld cities. In Vedic and Puranic cosmology, Earth is not the full story. We stand upon just one layer, Perloka, but beneath us are 7 nether realms, each more wondrous and mysterious than the last. These are the 7 subterranean worlds known collectively as Patalaloka, Atala, land of sorcery, illusions, pleasure, inhabited by sensual, mind-controlling beings. Vitala, source of gold and alchemical fire, populated by ghostly engineers and miners. Sutala, a fortified golden kingdom gifted by Vishnu, ruler over millions of surface spirits. Talatala, the original architect of weapons and illusions, said to have taught kings in dreams. Mahatala, massive serpentine entities. Telepathic, highly technological, but secretive Rasatala, violent, power-seeking beings, some banished from the surface world in prehistory. Patala, realm of great Nagas, illuminated without sun, filled with palaces and energies unknown to man. These are not hells per se. These are cities of power, inhabited by intelligent non-humans, some far more advanced than us. And here's where it gets real. Were surface kings appointed by subterranean lords? The ancient texts and oral traditions seem to hint at a relationship of stewardship, not dominance. But when the surface kings abused their powers, wars broke out between the realms. Think of King Bali. He was banished from the surface, yet granted a kingdom beneath that was more opulent and powerful than anything above. Why? Because even in exile, he agreed to uphold the cosmic law, not of men, but of deeper beings. So now we must ask, have modern kings, presidents, and leaders made renewed versions of these ancient pacts? Let's examine the signs. Obsession with underground facilities. The global elite build deep underground bunkers, often in sacred mountain ranges. Are they afraid of a surface collapse, or are they visiting someone? Symbols of serpents, dragons, and dwarves in royal heraldry. From the British Crown to Asian empires, serpent symbology persists. These are not coincidental. These are marks of allegiance. Recurring dreams and rituals in old bloodlines. Several royal lineages are said to have mythical origins below the earth. Ancient initiation rites involved entering caves, tunnels, or even the catacombs. Vatican and the catacombs. The Vatican sits atop vast underground chambers. Why is so much buried? Who are they protecting or hiding? Sudden appearances of technology. After mysterious encounters, multiple nations throughout history have had sudden technological leaps after encountering gods or beings of light. Could these be subterranean engineers, as described in Talatala and Vitala? What's the purpose of these pacts? In nearly every version of the story, from the Nibelungenlied to the Puranas, the pact serves a dual function. The surface ruler receives knowledge, protection, or long life. In exchange, the subterranean kings receive resources, silence, or lineage promises. This isn't fiction. These aren't bedtime stories. These are contracts made in shadows, whispered through time, and signed by rulers who knew that true power was never up here to begin with. We must now ask ourselves, are we living under the reign of puppet kings while true rulers dwell beneath our feet? If so, what do they want now? Why the increased tectonic activity near ancient tunnel systems? Why are governments sealing off cave systems, restricting entrance to sacred underground sites? Why the increased surveillance and aggressive behavior to comply with, in some cases, unethical behavior? Is it because the earth isn't hollow? It's layered, and each layer holds a piece of the puzzle we've been denied. You've seen the signs, you've heard the stories. Now ask yourself, who truly rules above when everything important is built below?